Hello. I was just setting it up so I could see when people pop in the class. Okay, we can go ahead and get started. It's that time. Give yourself a little bit of space. Let's go ahead and get ready, warming up. I'm going to go ahead and start off with this big dramatic step side to side, and I'm going to start up top, making sure I have good posture. So I'm going to take my shoulders, I'm going to roll them back and down, and I like to do big dramatic circles back and down, and this is going to go ahead and correct any poor posture. So what we do is we do a lot of forward motion, and we want to go ahead and pull the shoulders back and down, correct the spine, stack the vertebrae on top of each other, continue to breathe. Good. As I do this too, I'm kind of moving my neck a little bit. I'm loosening up any tension around the neckline, shoulders. So just continue breathing. Loosen up that tension. Excellent job. Okay, so now I have a neck. I do have a neck. I have a nice long neck. My shoulders are back and down, and I'm going to go ahead and do a big reach up. Here we go. Up, up. Good. So with my arms, my goal is to not put them forward, but to go straight up overhead, because I want to get that stretch through the back, okay? With that though, I don't want to get shruggy shoulders. I don't want my shoulders coming up closer to the ear. I want to keep the neck long. Good. Keep that up. Good, so now we're getting the blood flowing through the limbs. We're getting that stretch out for the back, moving the shoulder joints. Keep breathing. Excellent job. Okay, we're ready? I'm gonna go ahead and go wide step. And as I do this, you can make it a little bit more by adding in, like I see that little pop squat, and then reach over. So when I reach over, it is not in front. That's a no. It's a nice long line, okay? So think that your pinky is being pulled, and you want that long diagonal line, pinky all the way down to the toes. We get that stretch. You can feel it. I'm going to pause for a second. You keep going. You're going to feel it in your shoulder, rib cage, and your hip. Continue to breathe. Breathe. Good. You guys are on mute. Feel free to listen to music. Good job. Keep it up. Keep it moving. Excellent job. Here we go, abs tight. Pull the knee, pull the knee. Good. If you guys were with me on Friday, that's gonna be my last Friday class until I come back from maternity leave. Cardio kickboxing getting a little too much for my back, but I could still do this because I can modify a little bit more instead of jumping around. So we're in like the 9th month. So now it gets interesting. Now I'm week to week with you guys, and I'll let you know. I'll send Annie an email over if anything happens that's exciting where I can't teach. But hopefully I'll be able to keep going to the end. Here we go. Keep the chest up, feet out hip width apart, and we go into a squat. So with this squat, what happens here is I want to have good form. Yes, my feet are about hip width apart, a little wider is okay. Body weight goes back into the heels. As I do this, I'm thinking of almost that stretch on the backside. So the low back and glutes get that stretch. Warming up the legs. You can get down as deep as to about 90 degrees with the knees. But since this is a warm up, feel free to take it slow and then get down a little bit deeper the warmer you get. Cool, okay, so now we go modified or regular jumping jacks out, and we breathe. Ready? Let's go for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. From here, I keep the legs wide a bit, and I kick it back, and my arms start doing this pull back motion. So I'm really intentional with this one. I know it looks like a goofy little warm up, but what's happening up top, we're stretching chest, warming up back. We're stretching out quads, warming up hamstring. So let's get those limbs moving and work your breathing. Good. Keep that going. Excellent job. Almost there. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tight through the abs, reach across and stretch, stretch. Excellent job. If you get dizzy, of course, you could just look forward and just move the arms. If you can get that twist motion, warm up that core, get that stretch in the back of the arm all the way. You're gonna feel it in your hip too. Good. Give me a few more. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Engage the abs. That means we're a little bit tight there. Kick out the legs. So we tighten up here because it automatically tightens up back here. It's gonna protect your spine. Now give me some kick outs. Your kicks can get higher than mine, okay? Get your kicks up. So the idea here is, yes, we're still moving on the hip flexor, but now we're starting to extend through with the hamstring, get that warmed up, and we breathe. Hands just out wherever you need them for balance. Good breathing. Excellent job. Finish it up in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Chest is up, feet about hip width apart. Squat down, pop toe if you can. If you don't have that balance, that's okay. You can hold on to like a countertop, a wall, whatever you got nearby, back of a chair. Or you can just do a normal squat. There's like good and bad with working on top of carpet. Wish it wasn't carpet, but that's what I got to work with. So if you have carpet, we are getting more balance in. It's less steady. So I mean, we take the good. It does make us a little slower at times though. And great. Okay, so now we go back to that modified regular jumping jack. Good. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Brace yourself. Hands out for balance. Circle. We're going range of motion with the hip. Good job. Get that joint moving. Hands wherever you need them for balance. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch directions. I pull the leg in, and again, pull the leg in. Keep that going. Okay, here we go. Abs tight. I'm gonna do my hands wide. They act as markers to where I'm gonna aim my swing kick. And again, my kicks are pretty low at this point. You can get your kicks up though. Get them up, get that stretch. Breathe. Kick it side to side. Excellent job. Keep that going. Looking good. Okay, looking good. Getting ready. I'm gonna go hands on my hips. I'm gonna draw some circles and it's gonna loosen up my low back. Let's go ahead and stretch it out, loosen it up. If there's any tightness, continue to breathe, and excellent job. Cool. I'm gonna switch directions. Very good. Okay, a couple stagger stretches. I'm gonna choose to do one for the back of my leg. I'm gonna go straight leg, but we never lock out the knee. And I'm gonna pop that toe up. My hands can either reach the ground or go on the supportive leg. It's up to you. Go ahead and breathe. Good. Slowly up. Straight leg pop toe, switch the legs up. Getting that stretch in the back of the leg, feel it in the hamstring, feel it in the calf. Good job. And slowly up. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back my hip flexor. So I'm gonna take a step forward. The focus is on the back leg. I'll put my hand here just so you see what's happening. As my knee drives forward, the back hip flexor drives forward as well. Try to keep your back heel on the ground. Same side arm can come up, you don't have to. It's gonna continue to stretch up into the abdomen. Breathe. Excellent job. Slow release. Switch it up. Today we're going to work a lot with body weight. And sometimes these are the harder classes. Let's go ahead and drive that hip flexor forward. So for the legs, we're going to use body weight. We get to dumbbells when we get to upper body. But a lot of body weight today. And excellent job. Okay, do me a favor, it's hot today. If you haven't had a sip of water yet, or you just haven't thought about hydrating, grab yourself a small sip. I just had one right before class. Grab your stuff, make sure you have it. You need some dumbbells, you need a mat, you need water. Okay, you got that all? Okay, I'll break again in about 10 minutes for water. If you need water before that, that's fine. Go ahead and grab water whenever you need it. Okay, your feet are about hip width apart. Chest is up. We're just going into some warm-up squats again. So get ready, push it back, lift it up. Again, let's talk about that squat just because it's the basis of like most our leg stuff. Your feet are hip width apart, a little bit wider is okay. Toes are facing forward. When we're in our low phase, then it could be about 90 degrees in the knees, and the knees need to be pointing forward with the toe. So where the toe is pointing forward, the knee points as well. What I mean by that is I'm going to show bad form. We don't knock the knees, and the knees don't go too wide because we're going to be probably putting the weight on the outside of my foot. Okay, I'm going to anchor through my heels. And I'm going to really push down to pull out of that. Got that? Cool. Okay, give me a few more and then we'll get into some moves. Looking good. Okay, so I'm going to step forward just a little bit so I have a little bit of space in the back because you're going to need to step back, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go squat down, hold it low, chest stays up. Push that butt down just a bit, come up about halfway, not fully up unless you need to, and then I'm gonna go ahead and step back. My feet are still hip width apart, toes are pointing forward. I'm in a lunge position. Lunge it, half up, step it back to that squat. Squat it, back up, step it back, switch legs. Lunge, squat. Lunge, squat. Now I have this motion with my hand, and what it's kind of doing is it's bracketing my chest so I don't fall forward. It's not necessary. You do not need to hold your hands like this. It helps me keep good posture. Okay? It's a preference thing. Meaning, you want to make this harder? You could put some dumbbells in your right hands, put them off to the side. Okay? This is just the beginning though, so just warning. Good, keep it going, keep it going. Here we go. Squat, dip, squat. So I'm not really coming up for air. And what I mean by that is I'm not coming fully up to get that break. I'm staying low with the weight loaded. If you can, stay low with me. If you need to come up fully, that's totally fine though. Do what you can do. We just need to try to keep moving. Okay, let's get over to that right leg. Your right leg, let's get there. You and your right leg, you good? Okay. Now body weight is in this front leg. What does that mean? That means I'm not pushing my weight back through this hip flexor into the back leg. My chest stays up, my spine is straight, but I'm intentionally really up, down through this leg. Back leg is around for the ride, okay? Front leg carries me. Keep that going, dip it, dip it, dip it. You can get down lower. You can get close to 90 degrees and dip. What can you do? Bring it now. Dip it 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tilt at the hip, the spine is straight. Pull that knee up high. I can't get my knee up that high anymore, but you can, let's go. Come on, body weight's in that front leg. What I don't wanna see is body weight pushing back and then jumping off. We stomp, we hold, and then we lift through the hip flexor of that back leg. We don't jump that back leg up. Pull it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, dip it down. Ready, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tilt spine straight, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tilt spine straight, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tilt, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we got options. We got options. Some of you guys just need to shake it out. I'm gonna go squat, split jump, squat, split jump. That is not very nice to do after what we just did. So if you need to, you just go squat, step back, squat, step back. You got it? Cool. Pick something. Do it now. You want to jump? I'll do a few more jump ones. Squat, squat, lunge, squat, lunge, squat, lunge, squat, lunge. You keep going. I'm proud of you. I'm going to slow it down. Squat, lunge, squat, lunge, squat, lunge. Jump it or walk it like me. Either way, we keep moving. In 4, come on. 3, almost. 2, and 1. Good job, shake it out. Shake it out. Now, hopefully you were with me. It was your right leg we just did. Keep that in mind, okay? Awesome. Let's go ahead. Split those legs about double hip width apart. I'm gonna go ahead and point the toes out about 45 degrees. And what's gonna happen here? Chest stays up. Now what I mean by this is when we do this, it's very tempting to wanna fall forward when we get tired. And that tells me way too much pressure in the low back. You want to do your squats stacked up. We wanna work glutes. We wanna work outer thigh, inner thigh, quadricep, hamstring, all the good stuff, okay? We'll get to working low back when we get to core. Okay, so what's happening here? Same idea was with the other normal squat we just did, okay? When I'm in my low phase, my knee points with the toe. My knee needs to push wide. I'm gonna show bad form. Bad form is the knee coming in. Bad form is the knee going too wide. Knee needs to point with the toe. Chest stays up. Other stuff is when we're in that low phase, we're gonna push through the heel. So make that connection, really push down your heel into the floor. And then as I do that, I'm gonna squeeze my glutes in. I'm gonna kind of push my hip flexor up. And it's like tight. Other things I'm doing mentally is I'm thinking like inner thigh is magnetized towards each other. So pull it in. Pull it in. Good. Keep that going. I'm gonna keep my hands in front of me to kind of bracket me so I don't get tired and fall forward. But again, that's a preference thing. You don't have to do it. Okay, so we're about ready to take this up a level. If the next level gets to be too much, you can always come back here. I'm gonna come down low. I'm gonna dip it low, halfway up. I'm gonna hang out here. Now I need to make sure I can fully rotate that toe before I dip at the knee. I put that toe back wide. I'm gonna dip down center, fully rotate the toe, dip it down. If you hate these, please just do like a low pulse. You need to make sure you can fully rotate that toe before you add any dip in the knee because we need to protect that knee. Got it? Cool, let's go. Down, 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 down. Good. I'm gonna try to keep my chest up. I'm gonna rotate that foot completely before I add any dips. I'm gonna hang out low. If low is too much, feel free to come all the way up and then all the way down and up again. You got that? I'm gonna hang out low and I'm gonna stack the weight. Meaning I'm not really giving myself too much of a break because I keep the weight loaded. And I go down, down, down. Whew. Good. Keep that going. Work those legs. Excellent job. Staying strong. Almost there. Beautiful work. Cool. Okay. Get over to your right side. You got your right side? You might need to like focus yourself so that you're actually facing forward. So you can kind of just put that leg forward so you can see what's happening. Okay, so what's happening here is I'm at that right side. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and tilt the leg. And I'm gonna do a little pattern. I'm gonna tap in, tap wide, in, and back. All while holding my body weight through this front leg. Ready? Wide, back, wide, back, wide, back. So what's happening is I'm not jumping off that back toe to get that leg up. I'm really stomping through that right leg, your right leg, holding that bend as this leg creates unbalance, okay? It's creating some balance issues. This leg has to accommodate. We feel that. Feels good. Woo, you can feel that in the thigh, the glute. Keep it going. And you can see I'm not super low anymore, but I'm still trying to keep my spine at that tilt and spine straight. Cool. Okay, you got that? Awesome stuff. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just rep you out and pull the knee. Dip it down, push through that front heel, pop that knee up. Pop that knee up. Pop that knee up. Good work, good work. A few more, and then we'll do one more exciting one. Good, I can really feel that glute on that right side. We very much loaded it up in this round. We'll get that left side in the next round. Cool, okay. So now I'm going for balance, okay? So I'm gonna hang out. Now my spine is straight. I'm probably not gonna be able to keep this low, but I'm gonna try to show you. Chest is up. I'm not dropping, okay? I'm gonna pull the knee in, extend out, knee in, extend out. Now I'm gonna try not to tap because I'm really working my balance. I can feel those balance muscles, especially in the glute. But hey, if you need to tap, you tap down, extend out, tap down. What can you do? Let's go for it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to legs wide. Okay, you have options. You can jump, move, jump, move. You don't ever have to jump though. Instead, you could rotate, rotate, rotate. But see how my toe does that pivot before I add in that little dip? You need to make sure that's happening. If you don't have a toe pivot, you are right here with the dip. Okay, I'm gonna try the jumpy one. Move, forward, side, forward, side, forward. Good. Good breathing. Keep it going. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, almost, come on. Finish tough. Almost, get it in. That's 1, good job, walk it out. Grab yourself some much deserved water. Take a moment. We are gonna come back with dumbbells in hand. Water, come back with your dumbbells. I have my dumbbells. What I need to do now, make sure my breathing's under control. Let the water get down. Take as long as you need to recover, okay? So what I'm gonna do is before I move on, you do a check. You make sure you can control your breathing. 3 deep breaths in and out like that, being able to hold a conversation. Those are all ways that tell me that you are in control of your breathing, which means your heart rate's probably not too elevated, okay? So once you're ready, we could go ahead and move on. If not, take your time. Shoulders back and down, knees are soft. Let's go L shape for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm gonna go lat raise forward, raise 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. L raise. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lat forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. L shape. 4, 3. Abs tight. 2. Good job. 1. Side and forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Shake it out. Long neck. Excellent job. Grab a breath. Okay, so the next one involves a little bit of a tilt. So I'm going to go to a squat, tilt forward the spine. The spine has to stay in alignment. If you don't have that, you're going to come upright and do it from an upright position. So I'm going to have you come down, bend at the knees, tip forward. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back fly, row, and now I'm going to open up my thumb, and I'm going to go ahead and go back to a back fly, just change your position. I'm gonna go back fly with the thumb pulling back. Back to my hands, holding like a hammer, and a row. Ready? Normal fly, row, thumb open, fly, row, fly, thumb. Good job. So we're just adding in rowing, fly, row, fly. The 2 flies just change, okay? Keep it going. I feel like I'm gonna mess you up if I talk you through this one because I'll probably say what you're not doing. So just keep going, and if you mess up the pattern, that's fine. I'm not there. Do your best. If your back is getting tired, come upright, row, open, row, thumb open. One more time, I'll show it. Row, open, row, thumb open. Okay, a couple more. Row, open, row. Last one. Row, open, row, thumb, and then finish with a row. Cool. Good job, good job. Abs tight, looking good. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of make sure have good posture. I want to really lock it up in my abdomen and my hips, my back, my glutes. So I want to tighten up in the core, okay? I'm going to tighten that up because this one we're going to move the arms and our hips are going to want to move, but we want to work the core, keep it tight, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do one arm back as far as I can reach, one arm up about shoulder height. And then I'm going to switch. Good. And again, my hips want to rock. So I'm assuming your hips do too. We have to keep the core tight. Embrace through your abs. Hip flexors, glutes, low back, feel it. Brace it. Good, now move those arms, come on. Move them. Move them, one up, one down. Now, I'm not going with gravity. I'm trying to push my arm down instead of letting gravity drop. So that means I'm trying to go a bit faster than what my arm would naturally just want to drop with gravity. And that creates the work for the core. Okay, so I gotta keep the core tight, or as tight as I can at this point. Keep it going, almost done. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and fantastic. Shake it out, grab a breath, shoulders back and down. Good, good, good. Okay, so I need you to be breathing awesome before we can move on, because I'm going hands overhead. Now, if you feel like you're out of breath, start with no weight, or just take a longer breather in between. If you have some shoulder problems, feel free to set down the weight and just go through range of motion, okay? So I'm gonna brace myself, my knees are a little soft, tighten up in the core, and we're gonna start with just overhead. So I'm coming down overhead, good. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm gonna hold my arms here. I'm gonna pull the elbows in. And what I wanna do is I don't want the weights coming in. I want the elbows coming in with the weight. And I want you to flex your chest. Be careful not to go spinal extension when things get hard. Keep the knees soft, brace through the abs. You ready? 4, elbows in tight. 3, flex that chest. 2, 1 more. 1, show me the back of your arm, twist it up overhead. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbows in. Let's go. 4, tight chest. 3, pull it in. 2, elbows in tight. 1, show me the back of your arm. Let's lift it up. 4, whoo. 3, almost. 2, okay, so this is not for everyone. I'm gonna go one more round, okay? This is kind of just like if you need to push yourself around. If not, you're done, stretch it out, let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. I'm going to stretch out after that. Excellent. Very good. Awesome. Doing good? Sure you are. Go ahead and hold the weights. I don't want to see any limp wrists. Make sure you're strong through the wrist. We are holding it like we are going to do a bicep curl, but we're going to go for battle ropes, holding like a normal bicep curl. Okay? So I'm going to change your arm position after 10. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and hold it like a hammer. Continue. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat if you can. If not, no, wait and go for it. 10, 9, the palm is up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it like a hammer. Go. 10, breathe. 9, strong core. 8, move those arms. 7, you got it. 6, finish strong. 5, almost. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Okay. Grab yourself a breath. If you need to sneak in some water, quick sip right now. Go ahead and go for a quick sip right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do core with, so usually I would usually do like a couple ab ones, but instead we're going to go right back into legs. And in the second half, I'm going to put you on the mat for upper body. We will do chest from the mat, and then we're going to go into like low back and abdomen, okay? So water if you need it, and then set up for legs. I'll put this over here. Make sure your breathing's under control. 3 deep breaths in and out. Being able to have a conversation, all that's good stuff for check-in. Keep the chest up. Take as long as a break as you need. I'm starting with just a normal squat to begin. Warming back into legs. Okay, so I'm doing my normal squat. I'm kind of like easing back into it, working the breathing, letting the water get down, all that good stuff. Keep it going. Your squats can be a little bit more glorious. Feel free to get down to a 90-degree knee, push that butt back, keep that spine straight, keep your abs in tight. Got it? Cool. Okay, a couple more. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna hang out low, okay? So if you need to come all the way in between, totally fine. If you could hang out and keep it low, that's great. I'm gonna put my hands up. I don't wanna rest on my thigh. I'm gonna keep them up. And what's gonna happen is, again, I'm gonna put the chest up, hold the abdomen in tight. I'm gonna come down, dip, step back, lunge, dip. Dip, squat, step back, lunge, dip. I'm gonna try and keep it low. Okay, if you can, keep it low with me. That's great. If you need to come up, that's totally fine. Do what you can do. Breathe. Good. Okay, here we are, here we are. Squatting it out. Looking good. Staying strong. Excellent job. Okay, I got like a few more. And again, I'm not getting down super deep. I feel like you guys can be probably getting down closer to 90 degrees. Okay? We're doing a dip in the squat and a dip in the lunge. We're gonna do one more full round and then make our way to the left. So I get my right in, get over to your left and hang out there. Are you at your left? Let's get that chest up, get that spine up, body weight's in this front leg, pulse, pulse. Good, so the goal would be, hey, how low towards 90 degrees can you get? Keeping that chest up, body weight front leg. I don't wanna push the body weight back into that back leg. I want that front leg to be pushing me up against gravity, picking me up through that back leg, okay? Keep the chest up. I'm gonna put my hands here because I feel the need to wanna fall forward. I'm gonna put that block up so I don't fall forward. Good breathing, keep pulsing, and in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna have you tilt at the hip, spine is straight, neck is long, and we're gonna pull that knee up high, okay? So how high can you bring your knee? Pull it, pull it, pull it. So you're gonna get down deep into that lunge if you can. Keep that spine straight. Get that knee up high towards the chest. Now when I pull the knee up, again, I'm not jumping off the back toe. I'm gonna show bad form. Pushing back and jumping up. No good. We're pulling through the hip flexor and we are stomping out through that front leg, holding down the balance through that front leg. It's like it's holding that single leg lunge, and we show that we're strong enough to maintain the body weight of the whole entire body by lifting the leg up. Do it. Go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Chest up. Get ready. We dip. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tip it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Dip it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tip hip. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2. 2 more rounds. Let's go. Come on. 4, get low. 3, hang out. Come on. Almost done. Tip it. 4, 3, hang strong. Good. Let's go. Last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Woo, woo. Okay, there's a jumpy one. You never have to jump though. You can walk it out instead. I'm gonna go squat, split squat, squat, split squat, squat, split, squat, split. Feel free to keep going. I'm gonna walk it out. You could jump it. Feel free to get that heart rate up. Go for it. Keep on jumping. Squat, split, squat, split. Either way, we keep moving. Finish it up strong. 4, 3, 2, and done. Good, walk it out. Grab your breath, walk it out. Okay, legs about double hip width apart, toes out a few degrees, pointing towards the corners, chest stays up. Give me a squat. Push those knees wide, they should be pointing with the toe. Knee goes with the toe. Chest stays up, do not fall forward. If you need to breathe, take a breath, grab water, take a break, that's fine. Just join me when you can. You could be getting lower. You could get that butt about the height of the knees if you want. So that'd be like a 90-degree knee. Keep that going. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna hang out low. Now, if you have it in you, we're gonna try and stay low. If you need to come up every time, that's fine. So I'm gonna come out low, and I'm gonna dip. Now, again, if you can't rotate, you're just gonna stay with pulses. I'm gonna rotate, dip, squat down, rotate, dip, squat, rotate, dip, squat, move that toe, dip. Good, so you gotta make sure you can pivot that toe before you ever drop that knee. Keep all that going. I'm gonna try and keep my chest up. That's why I have this like arms up, so I do not fall forward. I do not put it in my low back. That's a preference thing. You don't have to put your arms up. I'm finding myself to wanna like fall forward. And so I'm forcing myself by putting a bar there, so I have to stay up. Cool. We gotta make our way over towards the left side. Are you there? Maybe you wanna adjust and face forward, okay? Up to you. You doing okay? Good, okay, so here we are. We're at the left and we go through like a little pattern. So what's gonna happen is I tap in, I'm on the tippy toe, I'm not resting, I go wide. I tap back, I push back. I keep the body weight in that front leg. Ready? Let's go. Wide, back, wide, back, wide, back, wide, back, wide, back. Keep it up, keep it up. Keep it low in that leg if you can. I know I came up quite a bit, but maybe you can keep it low. You can keep that knee bent. You can keep that incline and spine straight. Good, good, good. So we're creating that imbalance, moving that leg about. This front leg, solid leg, left leg, hold you steady. Feel that glute. It's nice and strong. Keep it moving. Almost there. In 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, so we're not quite done yet. What's gonna happen here is I'm gonna rep it out, and I'm gonna have you come all the way up, pull that knee up. So I'm gonna stomp down through that front leg heel. I'm gonna drive that knee up. Good. And in 10, strong leg. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, almost. 4, 3, 2, finish, and 1. Cool. Okay, so now what I need you to do is come down. I'm gonna put, again, that tip hip, spine straight, and I'm gonna try and go for balance. But if you don't have balance, you can always tap, okay? So I'm gonna pull my arms and my knee together, and I'm gonna extend out, keep that chest up. 10, 9, whew. 8, I feel this in my glute. 7, feel it in the balance leg. 6, good breathing, almost. 5, we are close. 4, finish strong. 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Okay. You want to jump? You can jump. You don't want to jump? That's fine. Let me go ahead and show the non-jumpy first. Rotate, rotate. You don't like it? Pulse it down. You can jump, move, jump, move. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Walk it out. Grab your breath. Get some water. And then come back with the mat out. Dumbbells. We're going to go ahead and start with a chest fly. Water. And then set up on the mat with the dumbbells. So I snuck into having my, I'm going to use this when I stretch, and since we're just going to go right into core into a stretch, I did bring my stretching strap nearby. If you use one, you could do so as well. But no rush, you don't need that. Okay, we're going to lay down on our back and might as well knock out 2 birds, 1 stone. So we're going to go ahead and set up for a fly and doing a bridge up. With the bridge up, we work the glutes, low back, and hamstring, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and lay down. You could get there before me, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and do arms wide, lift it up. So, okay, let's talk about the fly first, because I'm more interested in working your chest with this one. So with the fly, I'm not bending the wrist. There is a little bend in the elbow though. My arms go pretty straight. I'm just like grazing the ground or getting pretty low to the ground. And then I pull in. And when I pull the arms in, I'm really working the flex as the elbows start to see each other, okay? So when the inside of your elbow, whatever that wedge of your body is called, sees each other, we flex and squeeze the pectorals up, okay? You got that? Good. Okay, so I am doing a bridge up. With the bridge up, knees point forward with the toes. We pull 1 vertebra at a time up, kind of like a banana peel. Peel it up, peel it back down, trace it down, relax, and then repeat. Engaging glutes, hamstrings, low back. Cool. How about 2 more, and then we're gonna switch it up a bit. And last one. And great. I'm gonna go ahead and flip you. Flip it on over. Okay, so here we are. We flipped over, and we're gonna go into a back one. So I'm gonna do bird dog, and some of you guys know what that is. That's fine, go ahead and get started. If not, go ahead and look at me. I'm gonna go right arm to my fingertips to my ear, elbow very wide. I'm gonna brace through my left arm and right leg. The left leg tucks in, knee can touch elbow, engage the abdomen, push out the leg, lift that chest, lift that elbow, get that stretch. Your elbow is like a hound dog pointing at the bird. That's why we call it bird dog. Point. Got it? Let's go. I can't tuck in very much. My balance isn't that great. I'm still trying, so you can try too. Do your best, make it prettier than mine if you can. Let's go. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. I'm gonna go into push-ups. You don't like them, go ahead and lay down on your back and do a chest press instead. I'm gonna stay on my knees. Feel free to go to your toes. My hands are a little bit wider than my shoulders, but they are down from the shoulder, not above or below. Elbows aim wide and back. Abs are tight as in a plank. Now I'm gonna try and get down low, pull that body up, pushing through that palm. Let's go. 10, breathe. Tight abs. 9, and again, you could be on your toe. 8, good job, spine straight. 7, 6, almost, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to bird dog, switching sides. Okay, so I'm gonna hold my body, abs tight. I'm gonna tuck in and extend out. Tuck, extend, 10, 9, breathe, 8, good job, 7, that's close, 6, almost, 5, 4, 3, I'm just checking time, that's when my head's up, 2, and last one. We have time for a little bit more, and I'm just gonna go ahead. I know we didn't get to do too much for the chest today. Let's go right into abs and just make it work, make it count, get what we can get. I'm just moving my dumbbells out of the way. Okay. I'd like you to go ahead and start off in a crunch, and if you can make that crunch a pulse, get up with that chest, dig down through your low abdomen, below that belly button, press down, breathe. Continual breath on this one. Because I am pulsing, I don't want to just go, we're going to let out too much oxygen, okay? So just keep a normal breathing pattern. Pulse. And again, I'm not up very high. You could crunch up a bit higher. Let's go. You doing good? Cool. Lift one leg. And I'm going to say lift a leg, whatever. You don't have to do any of these commands. You can just stay up pulsing, okay? And if your neck starts to hurt, lay down on the ground and just go tight abs release, tight abs release. Switch the legs. Both legs up 90 degrees. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Come on. Keep crunching. Keep crunching. You ready? I'm going to have you kick one leg out. And this is where I'm going to go my separate way. I'm going to have to put my leg down. And again, your leg can be out. Switch legs. You have options. You could keep the legs in, or you could kick both legs out at a little bit of an angle. I can't do that. If you can, kick the legs out, that's fine. Pulse it. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Split leg. One up, one down. Crunch it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Glance at me. Split leg switch and go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We made it. Fantastic work. We're going to go right into a stretch. Continue breathing. Nice deep breaths. Hands overhead, long body, long spine. Getting that stretch for my arms. Yes, I feel it through the shoulder. Getting that stretch for the abdomen. Getting that stretch for the spine. Work your breathing. Take a deep breath in. And hug in your knees. Release that breath. You're going to hug your knees in so much so that maybe you can round that low back and get spinal flexion. Okay? Once you have it, that's great. Let's go ahead and loosen that up and draw circles with the back. So I'm drawing circles. Loosen up any tightness in that back. Continue to breathe. Good job. Go ahead and switch direction of that circle. Cool. Okay, so now my arms go wide and they're going to anchor me. My knees are up and they're bent 90 degrees. I'm going to drop them to the side. Try to keep the arms wide. Mine, do not do that anymore. But you are going to try. I'm going to do 2 to each side. Stretch out that back. And cool. Okay, so now my legs are bent. They're at pyramid. I'm going to go ahead and use a stretching strap, but you can use your hand. Grab one of your legs. Stretch it out. Bottom leg can be bent or straight. Straightening out makes it harder. Bending it will make it a bit easier. So if you're not very flexible, please keep that leg bent, okay? Continue to breathe. If you're having a hard time, a stretching strap does help. So what you could do, if you don't have to go out and buy one of these straps, this just attaches to my mat. It's like a yoga strap to hold the mat in place, and I use it also for my stretching strap. But you can always use a belt. You can roll up a long beach towel. But if you have a robe belt, those are always nice because they're soft. Point your toe down. Lift the toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. From here, I'm going to go ahead and pull that leg across my body. Same side arm would go down to the ground and anchor. I'm going to straighten out that leg and point the toe down, breathe. And fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to switch my legs up. Point the toe down. Lift the toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. From here, I'm going to go ahead and pull that leg across the body, same side arm down as an anchor. I'm going to stretch out that leg and then point the toe down to the face. Breathe. And I'm going to release that. Good job. From here, I'm going to go ankle to the thigh. And I'm going to either hug it in or you can sit up too. So we're getting a stretch for the hip and the glute. Continue to breathe. Slow release, switch legs. Cool, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna extend the legs out. I'm gonna push the heels out and then I'm gonna fold the body over, okay? So fold your body over, reach for your ankles, your calves, whatever you can reach for. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna go ahead and do soles of the feet together. Knees wide, and then I'm gonna tip at my hip and fall forward. From here, go ahead and lay down on your stomach, lift up through the palms or the forearms and get your cobra stretch in. So you're gonna stretch out the abdomen and the spine, make sure the neck flows through the spine. And I can't do this one, but you can. I'm gonna do cat to cow instead. Awesome. So now you're gonna go onto all four core, and then we're gonna take a step forward, and you're gonna drive the back hip flexor forward. So here I am stretching out the back hip flexor and quadricep. If you wanna take it to the next level, you can. I'm gonna show it now, but again, if you got a good stretch, don't push for this, okay? So I lift the leg, I get a little bit more quadricep in this. Breathe. Slow release, switch the legs up. All four core, take a step forward, drive that back hip flexor forward. And slow release, great. So now we're gonna make our way to standing. Take your time, slowly, gently, make your way to up. Make sure there's nothing to trip on, okay? Coming up nice and slow, breathe. I'm gonna brace myself, my legs are a little wider than my hips. I'm gonna go hand up and I'm gonna reach on down. Slowly up, take a breath, lift, reach down. Slowly up. From here, arm crosses. Switch it up. Arm crosses. Elbow up. And I see the time. I'm almost done. I'd love for you to stay towards the end and get chest stretched out. I'm switching, and your neck. Shoulders are back and down. Good. Let's go ahead and stretch your chest. You need to breathe during this one. We have spinal extension. And I open up and I pull my thumbs back. Lots of big muscles being stretched. So make sure we're delivering oxygen to those muscles. Continue to breathe. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go spinal flexion with a hug, and you just fall forward to what you're comfortable. Okay, so if it hurts, back off, only fall forward to what you're comfortable. Continue to breathe. And just hang there whenever you get to a place where you have a good stretch and you feel comfortable. I'm going to go limp, and I'm going to stack one vertebrae on top of each other, rolling up nice and slow. When I get to the top, my shoulders go back and down, and again, back and down. And then I'm going to put my chin down on my chest. And I'm going to roll my head very gently, shoulder to shoulder. Get that stretch for the neck one more time. Good breathing. Now I keep a little bit of slack jaw. Look over your shoulder as far as you can. Back to neutral, switch it. Back to neutral and up. And back to neutral. You did it. Thank you for sticking with me. I will be back on Wednesday. Have a good rest of the day. See you Wednesday. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.